Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Real Estate 40. I am Lieutenant Colonel Ashton.
And I'm Lieutenant Colonel Nadia, and we are the MCs of today's real stage who will accompany you throughout the session.
Before we officially start the session, for those who didn't know what real estate is, let me introduce to you what it actually is. So, real estate is a level up test for the pre-trainees from junior and plus will be delivering their speeches that they have prepared. In order to join real estate, trainees must have complete their life project and also their speaking project.
We also have another task known as the written post task to measure your knowledge about public speaking theories, such as what you should and shouldn't do and etc. This real stage is definitely going to be an exciting one, as I can see a lot of wonderful speakers are in this room now. Now, let us introduce one of our judges. Our first judge is a public speaking trainer. Give a round of applause for Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Well, I see a lot of smiles coming from the parents, but not the students. Yeah? Your face is so cool. I cannot see a smile here. So today, you will share your best performance, not for us the judges, but for who? For your parents and your friends, right? That's why I understand why you are so nervous, right? If you look at us in the class, you are chill, but in front of parents, whole thing is different, okay? But believe all of you have tried your best. You have learned through each week of the class. You have practiced, and all those practice will pay off at the end, okay? You don't need to think you have to be the best amongst all. This is not a competition. You just need to show the best version of yourself today. Okay? And we are here to support you. I'm so excited to see there's a private level who's going to surgery today. There will be Lieutenant Colonel to Colonel today. We will have a lot of students performing. And I'm excited to see each and everyone's speech. And I believe your speech can give a positive impact for everyone. Thank you. And remember, if you're nervous, what you can do? Breathe in and breathe in and breathe out. Okay? Thank you. I give the control back to the MC.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia. Thank you, Ms. Cecilia. I believe the messages are so well received. Now, let us have our second judge to give who is also one of the public speaking trainers. Let's give a big round of applause to Sir Aditya.
I think Ms. Cecilia has said enough. I just want to say that I've seen some of my trainees here, and I expect a lot more from you guys if you were in my class. And Ms. Cecilia and I are two different types of trainers. We're like yin yang. You have experienced our class, so expect some interesting feedback from us. I think that's all I can say, and I agree, totally agree. It's not about competing with your friends because they are your friends. You don't compete with your friends, you're competing with yourself. That's the most important thing, and that's enough. Good luck for you all. Back to MC.
Thank you, Sir Aditya, for your encouraging words. And now, it's the time for the written post test, where you'll be given a few questions to test your understanding about what you have learned in class.
The materials are all from what you have learned in class. So participants, trust me, as long as you pay attention in class, you will be able to ace the question easily. So participants, please step outside and take the test. Good luck.
Now, while the trainees are having their written post task, we would like to invite Ms. Cecilia to give the opening remark.
Tes. Oke, thank you MC. Bapak Mama, selamat pagi. Terima kasih telah meluangkan waktunya hari ini hadir ya bersama kita. Richmond hari ini biasa ikut di bawah ujian, hari ini bisa mendengar nih apa nih yang diucapkan sama Miss Cecil ketika lagi post test ya. Nah, Bapak Mama semuanya, apa sih sebenarnya real stage ini? Ya, real stage ini bukan hanya ujian untuk para anak murid bisa naik level, tapi ini adalah kesempatan mereka untuk membuktikan apa yang mereka sudah pelajari selama ini di SMA. Percayalah, saya ada murid kemarin, hari ini mau lihat naik real stage, dia udah dingin duluan kakinya udah gemeter dulu. Miss, I cannot, ya. Bukan kenapa? Mereka bukan ketika datang atau melihat kami para judges. Karena mereka takut, mereka tidak bisa memberikan yang terbaik untuk dilihat oleh papa-mama. Itu yang mereka takut. Percayalah, ketika mereka pidato di depan, selesai mereka pidato, orang pertama yang dilihat bukan kita. Mereka akan melihat wajah dari papa-mama yang hadir. Kenapa? Karena terbesit di hatinya, apa yang sudah mereka pelajari, ingin mereka tunjukkan sebaik-baiknya. Dan tentu saja, progres setiap anak itu berbeda. Ada anak yang memang sudah bertalenta berbicara, malah anak-anak seperti itu disuruh diam gak bisa. Berbicara mulu ya. Ada juga yang butuh waktu untuk belajar. Nah, hari ini kita akan melihat beragam hasil dan juga performance dari anak-anak Bapak Mama. Tapi percayalah, mereka sudah berlatih, mereka sudah menyelesaikan 8 speaking project, mereka sudah membuat pidato setiap pertemuan, latihan, perform, dikasih feedback, perform lagi, kasih feedback lagi, lebih baik lagi, step by step, sehingga mereka hari ini akan memberikan usaha terbaik mereka. Mungkin ada yang masih nervous, ya. Di sini hari ini akan ada level private, ada level surgeon, ada lieutenant colonel, ada 6 level ya. Ada colonel, lieutenant general, and general. Tapi mungkin ada yang masih deg-degan karena belum pernah nih melihat ada banyak audiens seperti ini. Kalau di kelas ya 10, 12 ya. Ada juga yang mungkin nanti ketika Anda lihat pidatonya, dia saking tegangnya bisa jadi blank. Ya. Tapi Bapak Mama, itu semua adalah proses belajar. Saya masih ingat, pertama kali saya berpidato, saya diminta oleh guru sekolah saya, kepala sekolah, ketika saya kelas SMA 1 untuk ikut lomba pidato bahasa Indonesia. Saya bilang, kamu ikut ya, kamu suka ngomong, cerewet kan? Ikut. Oke, saya ikut. Kita latihan 3 bulan untuk pidatonya hanya 3 menit, saya masih ingat. Saya ikut pidatonya, ikut lombanya, tuk ke atas panggung, dipanggil, saya buka pidatonya, 1 menit. Setelah itu 2 menit terakhir, saya blank. Mama. Saya tidak bisa mengucapkan apapun, saya tidak bisa berpikiran apapun, saya cuma bisa berdiri di depan dan blank ketika masa itu. Wah, itu bebannya masih sampai sekarang ya. Masih masuk, naikkan mimpi-mimpi buruk, kalau mimpinya masa-masa masih kerasa gitu. Ngomong apa ya, bicara apa ya, masih kerasa sampai sekarang. Tapi itu proses belajar. Ada masanya anak-anak kita berikan kebebasan, kita berikan kepercayaan untuk mengalami kegagalan. Agar kenapa? Agar mereka bisa belajar untuk lebih tangguh dan belajar lebih baik lagi. Inilah skill yang ingin kita berikan di SMA awal. Bukan hanya bisa berbicara di depan, itu bonusnya. Tapi di SMA awal kita percaya skill dan juga ada manner dan juga ada life di sana. Bagaimana anak-anak ketika dia bertemu dengan orang yang tua dan lebih dewasa, dia bisa mencoba untuk menyapa atau senyum misalnya. Bagaimana anak-anak setidaknya ketika kita meminta untuk mengerjakan live project, disiplinnya sudah mulai terbuat di dalam hidupnya. Ya, survivalnya mungkin ada parents yang merasa ya, kenapa ya anak saya disuruh masak? Ngapain dia masak? Masakan di rumah udah enak gitu ya. Tapi menurut saya lah, Bapak-Bapak, kita ada murid yang sudah level Lieutenant General. Hari ini dia mengikuti pertukaran pelajar di Amerika, di London, ya di British. Jadi di sana disuruh pertukaran pelajar, di sana baru dia sadar, oh ya, ternyata saya disuruh memasak agar hari ini ketika pertukaran pelajar, saya sudah bisa memasak sendiri dan tidak kelaparan. Ya. Teman saya, usia saya masih ada. Bapak Ibu yang kuliah di luar negeri mau makan apa pusing karena nggak bisa masak. Kalau masak gosong gitu ya. Tapi kita persiapkan anak-anak kita dengan hal-hal yang mungkin kecil, hal-hal yang mungkin remeh, tapi itu hal baru yang bisa membantu mereka menjadi sosok yang lebih baik lagi. Dan itu yang ingin kita lakukan bersama dengan para orang tua agar anak-anak kita lebih baik. Oleh karena itu, terima kasih atas dukungannya, Bapak-Bapak. Karena kita tidak akan bisa mempunyai kesempatan untuk mendidik dan membangun anak-anak kita jika tidak diberikan kepercayaan oleh Bapak-Bapak. Jika tidak secara konsisten, Bapak-Bapak setiap minggu mengantarkan anaknya, jemput anaknya, kena macet lagi, tunggu lagi, itu semua proses yang tentu saya tidak instan, Bapak-Bapak. Tapi itu adalah dukungan yang sangat kita apresiasi. Oleh karena itu, hari ini kita juga memberikan apresiasi ke anak-anak ya, Bapak-Bapak, bantu kami. Ketika mungkin nanti mereka nervous, dekat ya, kita berikan tepuk tangan. Ketika mereka mungkin blank di depan, kita berikan tepuk tangan. Agar kenapa? Karena mereka tidak takut, mereka bisa belajar dan juga bisa menjadi lebih baik lagi dengan dukungan kita semua. Ya. Hari ini kita sangat bahagia melihat anak-anak. Wah, ini sudah podcast selesai ya. Bagaimana Jasmine, lega? Lega ya. Kita sangat bahagia melihat mereka akan perform hari ini dan kita menantikan performance terbaik mereka menurut versi mereka pada waktu ini. Terima kasih Bapak Mama. Mari kita melihat performance dari anak. Terima kasih. Kembali
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Cecilia, for the opening remarks. I believe the messages are so well received. And now, are the audiences, the participants already come back or one? So while waiting for one participant, let's wait.
So everyone, how was the class? Well, you guys seem so nervous now, but no matter what, I believe you guys did quite a great job. And now it's the moment that you guys have been preparing for. But before we begin, please allow us to explain some rules for the real stage.
First, please keep your phone on silence during the event, so that the speaker could speak smoothly without any distraction.
Second, please don't go in or out the room while the speaker is speaking. This could distract your attention.
Third, no littering will be allowed in this room.
Fourth, please turn on silent mode when the speaker is speaking, so that there will be no disturbance when the speaker is delivering their speech.
Lastly, after each speaker finishes their speech, The judge will be giving a feedback and advice to the speaker. For the audiences, you can also give your feedback to them by accessing a feedback form within the barcode shown here.
Now, please allow us to explain the time limit. In
minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light. In 7 minutes, they will turn on the red light.
For Lieutenant Colonel, you can deliver a speech of selling a product for 8 to 10 minutes. Green light. In 9 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light, and in 10 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light. And for the moderator, your time limit is 10 to 15 minutes. In 10 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 12 minutes and 30 seconds, our timer will turn on the yellow light, and in 15 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light.
For Colonel, you can deliver any persuasive speech for 7 minutes each. In 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light. In 6 minutes, they will turn on the yellow light. In 7 minutes, they will turn on the red light. So after you finish your speech, remember to ring the bell and everyone will say, "That was easy."
So participants, please pay more attention to your time limits. Just like what we have learned in Assembly 1, if your speech is too short, it will be meaningful. And if your speech is too long, it will be boring. So please select your words and tones with precision. Now, it is time for us to officially start the real stage 40.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Now let us begin the session.
They didn't seem ready. One more time, please. They're like,
No answers.
yeah, no answer. Can we try again one more time, MC?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
Now let us begin the session.
Our first speaker is someone from the class of Mandela. Please welcome Delman Ocean Sudilan. Delman Ocean Sudilan, exercise for kids and teens, yay or nay? Exercise for kids and teens, yay or nay? Delman Ocean Sudilan. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
If you have a lot of free time, do you choose to sit down and play online games and scroll media? Or do you choose to go out to exercise? Well, we just had a long holiday 2 weeks ago during a Fitri celebration. While some of you might go for a family trip, while some of you might immerse yourself in playing online games, watching YouTube, or scrolling through social media. But for me, I spent my holiday doing some exercises. I went swimming, played some basketball and table tennis, and also went cycling in the park. Now, why did I choose exercise over games, YouTube, or social media? That's because exercise brings us a lot of benefits. Let's start off with the physical benefits. Regular exercise strengthens the heart, lungs, and muscles. It improves coordination, flexibility, and balance. And it's even better if you exercise under the sun, because you get some vitamin D that is essential for strong bones, teeth, and a healthy immune system. You get some better sleep from doing this too. Regular physical activity only help kids and teens to prevent serious health problems like obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure. And the earlier we build habits that are healthy, the more likely we are to stay healthy as adults. But physical health is just one part of the story. One of the most powerful benefits of exercise is how it helps with mental and emotional well-being. Have you ever noticed how good you feel after running around outside or finishing a game of basketball? That's not a coincidence. Exercise releases chemicals in the brain called endorphins. These chemicals in the brain helps us to boost our mood and helps us to reduce our stress. Regular physical activity also help kids and teens deal with anxiety, depression, and could even boost self-esteem. Team sports like basketball, volleyball, or soccer teach cooperation, build friendships, and gives us a sense of belonging. Whereas individual sports like dancing and swimming helps us improve our self-motivation and self-discipline. In addition to that, martial arts like karate or taekwondo help us improve our flexibility, focus, and endurance. Another powerful benefit of exercise is how it helps with academic performance. Students who are physically active tend to concentrate better in class, remember things more clearly, and could even get better grades. That's because exercise helps us increase blood flow to the brain, which helps with focus and memory. So, going for a walk or doing a few stretches could actually help you learn better in class. Now that our holiday is over, you might say that you don't even have time for exercise because school and tuition has started. Well, you don't have to worry. You don't need much time for exercise. For kids and teens, 60 minutes or 1 hour of physical activities per day is enough. And the good news is, it doesn't have to happen all at once. It can be broken down into tiny bursts. For example, 25 minutes of bike riding after school, 15 minutes of dancing to your favorite music, and 20 minutes of a soccer game or a walk with your dog. Going up and down the staircase counts as well. So if you're at the second floor, then you need to grab something from the first floor. Don't ask someone to take it for you. Go ahead and take it by yourself. Or at school, if your teacher needs help to grab something from the office, go volunteer yourselves. The important thing is to stay healthy and make it part of your daily routine. In conclusion, exercise helps us to grow stronger, feel good, think clearly, and stay healthy. It builds our bodies, sharpens our minds, and lifts our spirits. So everybody, let's enjoy more physical activities because we can have fun and stay healthy at the same time. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your inspiring speech. Now, let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Please welcome Miss Cecilia.
Okay, gentlemen. Today is your first real stage, right?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay.
And relief also.
Relief? Why relief?
I finished it.
You finished it, right? I know it's a very tense feeling, very nervous. I believe not because of us, but because of your family over there and your big brother, which have a big sister, right? yeah, it's man, your brother. Okay, for today, Delma, you done a very good job. This is a very exciting topic. I love exercise and you bring it really well, not only through the content that you bring, right? And also the outfit. Look at that. You come prepared very well. good night, but you stand out from us. And that is what a good quality of a speaker can do. Like you stand out from the rest, and this outfit fit with your topic, which is very exciting to do. And I love that you can use a very open hand gestures. I believe that you practice it a lot. How long you practice for your real estate speech?
I can say quite long.
Quite few weeks.
A little bit less.
A little bit less. Okay. Now, and I also enjoy your topic and also the exact way how you deliver this topic, right? As a speaker, I heard a lot of other speakers bring exercise like we need to do this, we need to do that, but you use a very smart way, which all of us, you suggest us to incorporate exercise in the daily things we do, right? If you want to take steps from level 1 when you're at level 3, go down. It will help you exercise. It will make you better, right? All those little things you do at the end of the day will help you to become a healthier self. Yeah. So that's a good point of pointing out the topic you do. One thing that I can give to you to make you feel better, actually 2 things, right? The first thing is try to stop looking at the timer. I know the timer is scary. Why it's not green yet? Why it's not green yet? Chill, it's okay. You practice well, you will achieve according to the time, okay? Picking at the timer. The second thing is, remember when you perform to smile more, right? Just now you smile really well, really bright, and you look very handsome with your smile. And I love to see that when you deliver this, to look more hospitable and warm, and more expert and confident in the topic. Okay, so remember to
Smile.
yes, very good. Thank you. We give the control back to the MC.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia, for the feedback. And now, Norman, you can go back to your seat and please ring the bell.
That was easy.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainees and parents, you may fill out the feedback form so that our speakers could discuss even more.
Yes, actually, yeah, no slices. Our next speaker is someone from the class of Rubies. Let us welcome Javen. Javen, Snowflakes, Javen. Your time limit is 507 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
When I was a child, I really loved watching Disney movies. And there's one time when I was watching Frozen in my living room, I wondered, how does a separated and magnificent, fabulous, beautiful, pretty snowflakes with amazing patterns on it So, today, I would love to smile to you. But before that, let me introduce Snow. So, what is Snow? Snow is a group of individual ice crystals called snowflakes and are formed in the atmosphere. Snow usually spawns and falls in winter seasons or in a place with high altitudes. And how is snow created? Snow exists when tiny mini droplets in cold clouds freeze around dust particles. And when they are heavy enough, they fall to the ground. And when there is snow, there is also snowflakes. And what is snowflakes? Snowflakes is a single ice crystal that goes through Earth's atmosphere as snow. And I'm sure that most of you might wonder what is the difference between snow and snowflake? So, snow is made out of snowflake, or snowflake are smaller than snow. To make it simpler, you can think of it like this. Snow is a whole thing, while snowflake is the ingredients to make them. And also, I'm sure that many of you might think that there is only one type of snowflake in this world, but turns out there is many of them. So now, I would like to explain it to you. The first one is stellar dendrites. Stellar dendrites is a type of snowflakes that are common to be found in winter seasons. And this type of snowflake is six feather branches and is star shaped. And the next type is needles. Needles is a type of snowflakes that are also common to be found in the winter seasons. It is long, thin, and not starchy like stellar dendrites. And the third one is needles. Columns. Columns is a type of snowflakes that have tiny hexagonal pillars on they go straight up along their vertical axis, and that means this snowflake isn't flat. And the fourth type of snowflakes is plates. Plates is a type of snowflakes that have simpler designs than others. And last but not least, ring snowflakes. Rim snowflakes is a type of snowflakes that may have foggy or bumpy appearance according to their temperature or moisture. So, there are many magical things that occurs in this world, and one of them is snow. Snow isn't just a magical backdrop in movies like Frozen, but it is real. Snow is a group of ice crystals called snowflakes, and each of these flakes have their own identity. From the iconic star-shaped stellar dendrites to needles, columns, plates, and finally rim. So, the next time you watch snowfall, remember. Every snow that are dancing in the sky are magical. Once again, my name is say thank you.
Wow, thank you for your informative speech, Nathan. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback to you. Let us welcome Sir Aditya.
Hi, Javen. Javen, what's your nickname? Jay? Jay. Okay, Jay, first of all, congratulations for delivering your very first resale speech. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, can we give him a big round of applause? Yeah, it's not easy doing real estate for the first time, but I think you're like a little bit older than other trainees, right? So you're doing okay. You're confident enough, you're smart enough to come up with the speech. I can say it was well delivered, but I'm not really sure if it was well written. Okay, it was well delivered. You did great delivery wise, but let's talk about your speech. You open it very well with your love for Disney movies. I think everybody here loves Disney movies, and most of trainees just finished watching Snow White maybe last week, right? And every year Disney know how to get money from your parents, right? Because every year they release new movies, so it's really relatable. And then I really like that you use numbers to make a point. I always give these feedbacks from my trainees. You cannot just talk about things without numbers because people will forget. You made it very clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are 5 types of snowflakes. I even remember that. The only feedback for you, probably for the closing, because we were waiting for your personal experience. What does snowflake mean to you? What does watching snow on Frozen mean to you? We wanted to hear something a little bit more personal. And at the end of your speech, it would be really nice if you can once again tell people what snowflakes really mean to you. Not in general, but to Jayfan, what does it mean personally and what experience? And you didn't say if you have seen snowflakes or you want to see snowflakes someday, what country you will want to visit to see snowflakes. You didn't tell us about it. And I think for a first real stage, it was pretty good. Just remember next time, put your personal experience and the message personally. That's it. Give applause for Jayfan.
Thank you very much, Aditya. I believe the message are so well received, especially for Jason. And now, let's have 1 minute of silence.
That was easy.
Now, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents will fill out the feedback form so that the speaker will improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Abdul. Please welcome
Amber.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Amber. Please welcome Gian Lucero Jonardi. Gian Lucero Jonardi, Turbo Dynasty, Gian Lucero Jonardi. The time limit is 8 to 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Yes.
Our next speaker is someone from the cast of Grande. Let us give a big round of applause to Nicole Carmen Chang.
So you MC, how many times have you done the stage before? Two. You two. Okay. So do you have some tips for your fellow trainees? We can start from you.
Yes.
Maybe just add some eye contact.
Okay. What about you? You're the leader of the room, right? When you're on stage.
Nicole Carmen Chang, failure is not the end. Failure is not the end. Nicole Carmen Chang. Your time limit is 5 until 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever failed before? Maybe it was a test, a competition, or even a simple task. If your answer is yes, congrats. That means you're learning, you're growing, and you're pushing your limits. But let's be honest, failure doesn't feel good, does it? It stings. And we often fear it, treating it like the monsters under our beds. But what if I told you that failure isn't something to be feared of? It's not our enemy. Instead, it's our greatest mentor. Failure forces us to adapt, to change, to improve, and to keep going even when we feel like giving up. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He didn't just invent the light bulb in one try. Instead, he had failed over 1,000 times before perfecting the light bulb. But did he give up? No. He kept moving forward and he used each failure as a lesson. He once said, I have not failed. Instead, I have found over 1,000 ways that won't work. His story shows us that failure isn't the end. Instead, it's a lesson to grow stronger, and each failure leads us to success. If he had just given up after his first or second or even his 100th try, he might still be living in darkness. Many people had actually ridiculed him for taking so many tries and not giving up because even after his 200 try or 300 try, he didn't give up and he still haven't achieved what he wanted. So another example is J.K. Rowling.
She is the author of the famous book series Harry Potter. Before she became one of the most successful authors, she was struggling. She was a single mother, struggling financially and battling depression. But in the end, she didn't just write a book that will inspire one or two people, but she inspired millions of people in this world. She also had many difficulties when approaching to the different publishers because there are many companies who had rejected her. It wasn't just one or two, but it was 12. So she didn't just stop believing in herself though. Instead, she pushed herself harder and kept believing in her stories even when no one else did. When one small publisher finally gave her the chance, she didn't just succeed. She created a global phenomenon. Another example is not one that is known by many, because it's my personal story. About a year ago, I had this math test where most of the students had failed. Instead of blaming of the teachers though, some of the students had actually just worked harder and studied more. But the students that had failed the next test unsurprisingly, those who didn't take the teacher worked harder and got a better score in the next test. And finally, for the last example is Michael Jordan. You probably know him as one of the most famous basketball players of all time. But did you know he was actually cut off from his basketball team? He he didn't let that defeat him though. Other people would have normally just let that discourage them and walk away, but not Michael Jordan. He used it as motivation. He practiced harder, he trained longer, and he pushed himself to the limits. And in the end, he said, I have lost over 9,000 shots in my lifetime, and I have lost over 300 games. I have failed over and over and over again, and that's why I succeed. His story shows us that failure isn't the end, it's a stepping stone, and failure is used to be a new stair to reach greatness. So go out there, take risks, make mistakes, and in the end, it will all be worth it. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. And now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome Sir Aditya.
Okay, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to say that when I closed my eyes and listened to your voice, Nicole, your voice was so soothing, so sweet, so smiley, and so friendly. But then when I opened my eyes, you don't look like you're smiling now. So that's the first lesson from today. You're a beautiful young woman, so you should smile more, be more friendly, be more happy, basically, right? Because your voice sounds like it was really happy, it was very, yeah, friendly. That's the word I'm looking for. Smile more. I really like the experience of inspirations. I noted we have three incredible people from our history: J.K. Rowling, Thomas Alva Edison, right? You said Thomas Alva Edison, and also Michael Jordan. You know how to share your personal experience, but it could be more since you had three different stories from three different inspirations. We wanted to hear three different experiences from you. I noticed you only share your personal experience and the message from your personal experience when you talk about J.K. Rowling experience, which is not wrong. It's good too that we can learn from different people, and they are amazing people. And I think most people know who they are. Most people know what they've been through in their life. That's why it would be so much more interesting if you can also show the world that you have been through the same things as they do, and you can be better like them. I think that's the most important part. And okay, for next real stage in few months, I want you to move around the stage. One last step: if you talk about three different people, you might want to divide the stage into three parts. So for Thomas Alva Edison, you can stand in the middle, and then you're talking about the second person, the second inspiration. You can move to the right side of the stage, and then for the last one, you can go to the left side of the stage. So you make sure that you master the stage, all the three parts. I think that would help you in your next stage. That's it overall. If I can sum up to three words: smile. Okay, it's very important. Plan your move on the stage, and last but not least, good luck for your next stage. That's all. Give applause for me first.
Please read the back.
That was easy.
Thank you very much, Alicia. I believe the message are so well received. And now let us have 1 minute of silence so that our dear parents and trainees could fill out the feedback form on the TV.
Just like switch.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Amber. Please welcome Gian Lucero Junati. Gian Lucero Junati, Turbo Dynasty. Turbo Dynasty, Gian Lucero Junati. Your time limit is 8 to 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Looking for a fancy, elegant, luxurious.
Can we give one round of applause for Gian, please?
luxurious yet family-friendly car? Well, let me introduce you to a car company that I just created. Let us welcome Turbo Dynasty. Well, Turbo Dynasty is a car business that I just created. We've been selling cars and we have a lot of customers. Well, this is our best-selling car for family needs. The GLJ SUV, one of the best SUVs you're gonna ever see in your whole entire lives. Well, next we have the best-selling car for speed enthusiasts and racers. So let us welcome the Porsche Hyperion. The best Porsche or not the best car you're gonna ever see in your whole entire lives. Well, nextly, there's reviews of some people. Firstly, it's safe. Secondly, it's in good condition. Third, it's a reliable car. Fourth, it's a top-tier car. And fifth, it's the best car. Well, these are some main points from my customers. Firstly, is this gonna be safe for me and my kids? Secondly, is this gonna save me money for some fuel? Thirdly, is this gonna still be worth something in the next few years? Well, here are the solutions. Firstly, for safety, space, and reliability, I recommend the SUV because it has a large capacity of seats. Well, the SUV is for families, but for fuel efficiency, I recommend the Porsche Hyperion because it's fully electric, while the SUV is a hybrid. Last solution for resale values, I recommend the Porsche Hyperion because it's the best car we have on GLJ cars, and the price will still be the same in the next few years. Why Porsche Hyperion? Firstly, it has unmatched performance and speed. It's the fastest car and it can go up to 600 to 800 kilometers per hour. Secondly, it's luxurious and it has a comfortable interior. Thirdly, it's iconic and it has a lot of futuristic designs. Fourthly, it's eco-friendly and it's very efficient. And lastly, it's exceptional and it has a lot of safety features. What's special about the Porsche Hyperion? First, it's the perfect mix of the Porsche legacy. Secondly, it's the future of driving. And another one is designed for speed enthusiasts. And lastly, it's not just a car, everyone. It's a statement of power, elegance, and future innovation. Benefits on buying the SUV. Firstly, safety. First, everyone, this car is very safe. I can assure you that it has an AI technology airbag inside. Secondly, it's spacious, like I said before, and it has a comfortable interior. It has a lot of smart technology called the Turbo Dynasty AI inside. It can help you on accidents, or if you ask it a question, it will immediately answer. 4. Road trips. I know road trips, like for example, you're going to Rastani, it's gonna take you like 2 hours. Well, this is perfect for road trips because, like I said, it's spacious and it has a lot of seats and it has a lot of comfortable interior. 50. This is absolutely perfect for families while they're going on road trips. What stands out on the SUV? The GLJ SUV stands out from the competition by delivering the perfect combination of safety, performance, luxury, and advanced technology. Top points about the cars. Firstly, it lasts longer like other cars. It can last up to 20 to 25 years. Secondly, it has a lot of futuristic design, like I said before. And lastly, it has a comfortable interior that you can relax on. Like a sofa. Secondly, online sales platform that you can buy by searching up in Google turbodynasty.com. And thirdly, exclusive dealership programs. This car, people have asked us to sell this car for the cars, like for example the SUV and the Porsche Hyperion. Mostly we said no, but there's 5 dealerships which accepted. Normal price for each car. Firstly, SUV would cost about 1.4 billion rupiah. And for the Porsche Hyperion, it would cost about 1.5 billion rupiah. But there's special price that's only available for 2 days, everyone. The SUV would cost about 1.3 million, and the Porsche Hyperion would cost about 1.4 million. So everyone, give yourself a good investment. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you for your speech. And now, we would like to invite one of our judges. Please welcome Miss Cecilia.
Thank you. Okay, Zian, today you are doing a Latin colonial project, right? You are going to real estate and moving on to colonial project. Okay. Your objective is to sell something, right? May I know why you choose to sell an expensive or high-end car? Why you choose to sell expensive and high-end car?
Because I didn't have any more ideas, so the car is the only option.
Are you interested in
Do you,
cars?
do you like?
Not really.
Not really.
I got the idea from my trainer.
Oh, okay. Because who's the trainer?
Miss Angelica.
Miss Angelica. Also, you got the idea of selling expensive car with Miss Angelica. And this logo is you are the one who designed this logo. Wow. Yeah. For someone who's not interested with this high-end car, you look very determined, yeah, with all the logo and the selling. That's very good. You know that we need something credible to sell something, which is why you make this logo to make it look more credible, right? A very good point there. And also, I love your intonation. You was very spirited. You have a very good spirit as a seller, which everyone could benefit from that. You have a very convincing intonation, right? We must buy this. We must buy this, right? What you can do better is to add the context. Why we must buy this? Selling expensive stuff is different from selling cheap things, right? Selling expensive stuff, we are not talking about the price difference. We're not talking about not only the quality of the car, but we need to sell and convince what is a good quality. Example, when you say, okay, this car has a smart technology. Then tell us the smart technology. Why this smart technology is very good for you. Example, imagine it's raining hard. It's flooded everywhere. The sky is dark and you're driving your best to get through. But suddenly there's a huge pothole that you cannot see. What will you do? Right? In that situation, this car is the savior. There is smart advanced technology which automatically will change the driver, make it stabilize, and make sure you can go home safely. Right? That's how you sell an expensive thing. You should sell through what is the benefit of people buying this and what is the pain if people not buy this. Why people should buy your car? What they lose of if they not buy your car, okay? So next time if you try to sell something, the next step is to use this emotional value as a selling part in your product. Okay? Don't worry about the time. I know it's right already. But I'm happy to see that you are being brave to sell a very expensive car, and I love the image you put. Yeah? Okay, you wanna add something?
Okay, I want to add something just a little bit. So I totally agree with Miss Cecile. I exactly know the same thing. You should open your speech by asking some questions to the audience, because rich people, they don't care about product, they don't care about how you make them feel. You can ask them, have you ever had this experience driving a really cool car that every chicks want to party with you? And that's the wrong example, but yeah, and everybody wants to be friends with you. Have you ever had a problem driving in the rain and had an accident whatsoever? So you should start asking emotional questions with them, and you're giving them emotional damage, and then you're selling the car. That's the feedback for you. But I also want to applaud that you were very confident, even though with the technical issue 2 times. It wasn't only like one tiny technical issue. There were 2 times and you are still very, like very calm, and you can maintain your confidence on stage, is really good. And we are not surprised if 20 years from now you will be the rich entrepreneur, CEO, startup CEO. Do not forget your trainer. That's it. When you're successful 10 years from now, selling this expensive car, I think we want one, right? Yes.
We already wrinkles everywhere. So
Yeah, but
chill.
we still need that old car like that. And that's it. I just want to applaud that how you can, handle yourself together after the two-time technical issue. That's it. Give a applause for Jian.
That was easy.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia and Sir Olivia, for your feedback. I believe you so well received. And now it's 1 minute of silence. So, dear trainees and parents, you may fill out the feedback form so our speaker can improve even more. Our fifth speaker is someone from the class of Doyle. Please welcome Dr. Ali Haraha. Dr. Ali Haraha, cherish the journey. Cherish the journey, Dr. Ali Haraha. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Well, good morning, everyone. I want to start by asking you a simple question. Only one question. What is your happiest memory with your family? Take a moment to think about it. For many of us, it is not about the things we bought or the work we did. It is the memories we shared, the laughter, the experiences, and the time spent together. That's why I'm here today to tell you something truly precious. Traveling together as family. Well, let's go to the next slide. As parents, some of you might think maybe next year or let's wait until things settle down. But let me hit you with a reality. Let me give a really bold statement. Time waits for no one. Parents will grow older. Your energy will not always be the same. And us, the children, as much as we love our family now, one day we will have our own responsibilities, our own dreams to chase, and our own families to take care for. That's why. Traveling together as a family, you're not only visiting new places, you're building a series of memories collection. The excitement of visiting new city, the laughter over a funny street sign, or the joy of trying an unusual food for the first time. These moments are precious, are priceless. They bring families closer, help us understand each other better, and remind us of how lucky we are to have one another. You know what? Years from now, children will not remember the expensive clothes or the expensive toys you bought for them, but they will certainly remember the time when they got lost with mom and dad in a foreign market. The day they saw snowflakes for the first time, or the way their parents laughed uncontrollably during a silly family game in a hotel room. Traveling together as family also creates stories. Stories that will be told in the dinner table for years. Stories that begin with remember when we and ends with laughter. Stories that bind us together, even closer whenever we recall it. So that's why I don't want any of us regret. I don't want any of us get back. That's why I hope each and every one of us to start small. Start now. It doesn't have to be a far or fancy trip in a cruise ship journey. Even a short getaway can create special moments. Because what matters the most is being together, visiting new places, and escaping daily routines and truly connect as a family. Now, let's read together this final message. Parents, travel while your children still hold your hand. Children, explore while your parents still walk beside you. And because what matters the most is the journey together and with who we share the memories. Thank you.
Thank you for the memorable speech, Leonard. And now let's have one of our judge to give feedback. Please welcome Sir Aditya.
You? Uh, well, DAFA, right? DAFA. So let me see my notes. I want to say that your hand gestures and facial expressions were dramatic, right? But it's like the kind of good dramatic, not a bad dramatic. It means that you are mature enough to understand pay attention. And I love that about you. And the topic was very touching. My favorite here was when you say, remember when we blank, blank, blank. It was 99% amazing. The 1% should be the example. You did the example with, I wish I traveled more, right? So you gave us the example for that. But when the, remember when we, one but the question, right? And also you said, let's go to the next slide. Those two sentences are, for me, not necessary because you should just go with the slide because we know that we will go to the next slide. You don't have to say that. And when you ask a question, give us 5 to 10 seconds to think about the answer. I wanted to answer the question. What is your happiest memory with your life? But I couldn't think because when I want to answer the question in my head, you continue with your speech. Okay, so to sum up, the first thing, you just have sentences were dramatic, good kind of dramatic, was really good. You're very patient with the speed of your speech, which is really good. It's like the genre of this speech was like family drama, right? So it's not very, very nasty, full of action. No, it's not like that. It was soft and tender, which is really good. The feedback makes me hungry. And the last thing is, yeah, when you ask questions, then time to think. Do you want to say something? Oh well, the last thing, the slide. I think it's more colorful for me.
Dafa, why didn't you come last week? Okay, so today I know what a good speaker can be. Like I know you are a good speaker now, and you can do better in the future. Already. When we try to build momentum, we make as precious as we do. We just need to pointer. All those pause and all changes in what breaks your momentum to this is so tender. Okay, but overall, that was a very good performance, and I'm excited to see you are a lieutenant colonel now. Oh, right? A surgeon, and you are a lieutenant colonel now. No?
Thank you, Miss, for spoiling.
And I'm excited to see when you are a general how good you will be. Okay? And I want to challenge you to become better, not by today's standard, by your future general standard. Yeah? I will look forward to it. Thank you. Back to the MC.
It was easy. Thank you to Arabia and Mrs. Sylvia for your feedback. And now it's 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainees and parents, you may fill out the feedback form so that our speakers could improve even more.
Our next speaker is someone who is from the class of Glenwell. Let us welcome Jason Maxwell. Jason Maxwell, selling tumblers. Selling tumblers, Jason Maxwell. The time limit is 8 until 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Okay, good morning everyone. Now let me ask you guys these two simple questions. First, how many of you guys had a sip of water today? Raise your hands if you do. Okay, now let me ask you guys the other simple question. How many of you guys have brought your water bottle here today? Keep your hands up if you do. Okay, you can raise down now. So, water is essential to our life. It keeps us hydrated, healthy, makes us focus, and makes us energized. But we tend to forget to drink water every day, and that could really be a problem. But I will help you guys to erase those problems from your life with my tumblers. So now let's talk about the two major problems that we have currently in our lives. So the first one is dehydration, and the second one is plastic pollution. So dehydration. So this shows that 75% of people are dehydrated without even realizing it. Symptoms shows of fatigue, dizziness, and poor concentration, and even weight gain. Now, when you are dehydrated, you simply can't function at your best. But with our tumblers, we could erase those problems from our life, and yeah, you don't have to worry about these symptoms. And the second problem is plastic pollution. So every minute, 1 million of plastic bottles, ecosystem, and the earth itself. But now let's talk about the solution. So the solution is our tumblers. So there are a few reasons why they're a must-have. First, our tumblers are made BPA free and are made from stainless steel. They have varieties of colors, patterns, and shapes. And you don't want to carry an ugly water bottle around every day. So these tumblers could really help, like say your personality and like just and like talk about your personality. So now the second reason is like they're cost efficient. So let's imagine like you're at an airport and you forgot to take your water bottle. You have to buy those plastic water bottles, and they could be really expensive. $2 here, $3, $4, maybe even $6. And they could be really expensive. In a year, it could rack up to hundreds of dollars, and that could be even more expensive than your own bills. So with our tumblers, you don't have to worry about like buying this with like the plastic bottles, and you can just take them and refill, and you're good to go. Now our tumblers cost 700,000 rupiah, and they're cheaper than some other tumblers, and they have better features than the other tumblers. So now the third reason is they help like the marine life and help people in need to get free clean water. So by buying our tumblers, you could basically cut down plastic pollution, and also like the percentage of the money that we earn will be given to clean water initiatives. So by buying our tumblers, you could help cut down plastic pollution, and also and also and also help people get free clean water. So now let's recap of what I've said. So basically the tumblers keep you hydrated and healthy, helps you to save money in the long run, and it helps the ecosystem and also supports a great cause. So you could arguably say, but we already have water bottles at home. Why do we need to buy another tumbler or something? So let me ask you guys this question. Does it keep your water icy cold for the whole day or maybe warm or hot for 12 hours? Is it made out of high quality, safe materials? Does it help people get free access to clean water and also help cut down plastic pollution? If no, then time for an upgrade. So let's compare one of my tumblers to another tumbler. So it's the product is Corsical. So Corsical is one of the tumblers that costs like 579,000 rupiah, and you could say that they're cheaper than ours, but do they have the same features as ours? Well, I don't think so. So now we have like a promo going like a discount, and the discount is 50% off from the cost. So it's from 700,000 rupiah to only 350,000 rupiah. So they can really help you save money, and it's really cheap for tumblers, but it only lasts for like 1 week, so you better hurry up or the cost will be 700,000 rupiah. So now let's imagine this planet. So in this planet, everyone carries around a reusable water bottle or tumblers, and there are few plastic in the ocean, and also everyone has better hydration. You want that to be our future, don't you? So if you want to, you can be a part of it. So don't wait, buy your tumblers, stay hydrated, stay smart, and make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspiring speech, Jason. And I believe that my tumbler are worse than your tumbler.
Nice.
Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback to you. Let us welcome Miss Cecilia.
Thank you, MC. Oh. Okay, Jason. Jason, you actually have a very well projected voice. Yeah, your voice. Yeah, forward. Okay, your voice quality is actually very good, right? It's very clear. The intonation is there, right? The pace is exciting. Maybe a bit too fast for me because I'm big. But actually, it's quite exciting. You know, one thing that can make it better, the tone of smile. When we smile, our voice change, right? Because you have already a very good quality voice that I believe a lot of people want this quality of voice. You can make it better by smiling. When we smile, we do not realize we try to pull up our intonation a bit, right? And it automatically sounds more hospitable, right? More warm, more easy to listen to. So remember to smile. Yes. Why you look so unsure about the smile? And I love that you try to bring a lot of awareness about the plastic bottle and how it's not okay, that your tumbler is a good solution, it's a good quality material with a high resistance of heat and water, how long it can, blah, 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 blah. It's very incredible. I think it missed the visualization. Like the visualization of how bad the earth is polluted by all the things we consume, right? All the plastic bottle we use. How bad if we do not hydrate ourselves. How bad and how good the quality of your material, right, compared to others. Because just now you just rely on what you sell to your voice. Audience or people in general is a visualized type of human. We love to see things. So I think what can make this selling much more convincing is you can use a slide. You can bring a picture. Right? It doesn't have to be well text slide of storytelling. Picture is enough. Okay? And by that you can elevate your performance into the next level. And I noticed one more thing. Jason, you have a habit similar with me. You like to stand with all of our body weight into one leg. Okay? Berdirinya bertumpu satu kaki. Okay? Remember, when we stand like this, actually it makes our posture look less confident. So stand with both legs, move and move to the side, move to the forward with the both legs as well. Okay? Overall, love your voice, love the context, but I think some tiny touch will make it much more better and convincing. Yeah? Looking forward for your next real stage.
Give applause for Jason. Because I know he's, little Jason. So, Jason, first of all, how many tumblers do you have at home?
Only this one.
Huh? How is that possible? I have 20.
That is sustainable.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Because my mom is angry if I lose some of our Tupperware. So, that's why you have so many. So, you should bring like 10 tumblers if you don't want to prepare a presentation, or you don't have to bring all the tumblers, but you should prepare a presentation. Okay? And I just want to give you, I don't know how to call it, yeah? Appreciation, because you're the first speaker that actually has a good sense of hearing. You were busy with your microphone because you were trying to adjust how your voice projected to the audience. It's really good. It's something everybody can learn from you. You didn't let the microphone, the speaker to define you as a speaker, but you are trying to control them, and it is really good. It is something everybody can learn, a good sense of hearing. You know how your voice can be strong or can be soft at different times. It was really good. And that's it. We expect more tumblers next time. Okay? Give applause for Jason.
Thank you very much, Ms. Cecilia and Sir Aditya. Now, I believe the message are so well received. Now let us have 1 minute of silence so that you can go bring the bell.
And it is his tumbler.
That was easy.
Really?
We need to ask Justin.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence so that our dear parents and trainees could feel the feedback on the TV, so that the speakers could improve more.
Sakina is not here. Siapa yang ada? Gak ada sekarang. Try to make sure we have
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Mandela. Please welcome Candice Winardi Wong. Candice Winardi Wong, chocolate. Chocolate, Candice Winardi Wong. Your time limit is 85 minutes. Your stage is yours.
So, lots of us are maybe stressed with exams, or maybe upset or angry. Well, in order to make that solution, I have something, which is chocolate. Wait, sorry. I have a slide.
Okay, well, the things that need to be checked. Okay, today, actually, Bapak Mama, bukan hanya anak-anak yang hari ini ujian ya, MC kita hari ini juga pada ujian sebenarnya. Jadi, hari ini, this is their first time to become MC, ya, both of you. Dan hari ini, how do you feel guys becoming MC di depan Bapak Mama yang hadir pada hari ini?
Nervous.
Bagaimana dengan, how do you feel?
Because there's some of the different changes.
Yes.
That's happened.
Yeah. That will always happen, unfortunately, yeah, in any of the events. Okay, but happy to see how both of you can smile, and at the end of the day, later the judges, me and also Sir Adi will also give feedback for our MC, ya. Jadi, Bapak Mama nanti kalau jika ada feedback untuk MC-nya juga kabari saja, biar kita juga bisa sampaikan ke MC-nya, ya, karena MC-nya ini bahagia kalau mendengar feedback, ya. Okay, now let's welcome again our next speaker. Let's give applause for Candice Winarniwong.
So, lots of us are stressed with exams, or homeworks, or maybe you're upset or angry. Well, I have the solution for that. And that something is called chocolates. Lots of us love chocolates, and as we know, chocolate makes us feel more happier. So, I'm going to show why does chocolate make us feel good, and what are the benefits before I go into my shop. So, why does chocolate make us feel good? Because it contains an ingredient that triggers the release of feel-good chemicals in your body, like endorphins and serotonins. And also because it tastes delicious, evoking positive memory and emotions. So that's why when you eat chocolates, you feel much calmer, much happier, and feel much better. Now, what are endorphins and serotonins? Well, endorphin is a chemical your body releases when it feels pain or stress, while serotonin is quite similar. It's a chemical releaser messenger that helps regulate mood, sleep, digestion, and more. So here are the benefits. Chocolate also has several health benefits, like dark chocolate. In particular, it's very rich in antioxidant, which can also help us lower blood pressure and improve heart health. So remember, not all chocolates are unhealthy, sweet, sugary, and actually, I'm not really a fan of dark chocolate. I never thought that dark chocolate would really improve so much things. So I'm very shocked. So our shop name is Chocolicious. Well, our shop is one of the best in town, which means lots of country knows about our shop too, including celebrities. Well, of course, I'm not going to say their names, but my shop is very delicious with the chocolates. And when you buy our chocolate, it's just not about tasting them. It's about feeling the experience when you find the perfect chocolate, and by the time you bite into it, you feel like this is not like another chocolate you just bought from the store or homemade chocolates. This is much different. So I would recommend our chocolate to you guys. So before that, I'm going to
give a 15% discount for special events, such as Chinese New Year, Halloween, and Christmas. So I'm going to say rich and smooth dark chocolate. By the name of our chocolate, of course, it will give you an obsession. Well, as I said before, I'm not really a fan, but after trying this out, it makes me feel much better. Like, much more of a fan of dark chocolate now. Because I never thought that dark chocolate would be this delicious. Because before trying dark chocolate, I thought it would be bitter, disgusting, weird feeling. But after eating it, it feels like I feel so much better. And also, our dark chocolate is our top 10 best chocolate from all of our chocolates. So I would recommend this dark chocolate. So the second one is milk chocolate. Sweet surname. Rich and creamy milk chocolate with caramel notes. So if you are the type of person who loves sweet, sugary stuff, and it just makes you feel much better, well, I would recommend this because caramel itself is very sweet and it blends in very well with milk chocolate. So I'm the type of person who loves very sweet stuff, so I would recommend buying this, but make sure not to eat too much. The third one is white chocolate, vanilla dream, cream and sweet white chocolate. Well, some of us think that white chocolate is just made of milk, it's very bland, it's normal. Well, for our shop, we make what you think is so bland, so normal, we make you think the opposite way. And in order to make you think the opposite way, some of our chocolate ingredients are imported from other countries, like our white chocolate. So our white chocolate ingredients is made from Australia. So I would recommend this vanilla drink because some of us never taste what vanilla drink is like and what does it taste in the Australia or other countries. So I would recommend this if you really want to try what it tastes like from other countries. Now, the fourth one is flavored chocolate. Raspberry Rhapsody, hard and fruity raspberry chocolate. Now, I don't really love berries, but this one is just like impressed me very much. And of course, this one is kind of similar to Dubai chocolate, but this one is the opposite way, which is much more fruity and much more healthier. So our raspberry is very fresh and very sweet. So if you never tried raspberry or other type of berries before, I would recommend this one. Now, the last but not least, Dubai chocolate. So we want to keep it in trend. And lots of Dubai chocolate is happening right now. So our Dubai chocolate is a filling of crunchy toasted Kataifi pastry. It's smoothed in pistachio cream and tahini. So some of us tried Dubai chocolate before, and the pistachio is just not there. So for our shop, we give the best pistachio, and it will make you feel like you are eating the original one. So, of course, it's a trend, and it will only be for this month. So next month, of course, you won't be able to get it. Now, here are the prices, and of course, all of our chocolates are 100 grams. For dark chocolate, it's 85,000 rupiah. After the discount, it's 72,250 rupiah. For our milk chocolate, it's 75,000 rupiah, and after the discount, it's 53,750 rupiah. And for our vanilla chocolate, it's 70,000 rupiah, and after the discount, it's 59,500 rupiah. So here's our favorite chocolate, which is 95,000 rupiah, and after the discount, it's 72,750 rupiah. And for our Dubai chocolate, it's 150,000 rupiah, and after the discount, it's 127,500 rupiah. So here are two of our reviews from Elizabeth and Elijah. Elizabeth said, hands dark chocolate, very smooth and absolutely divine. So as I said before, our dark chocolate is very delicious and one of our top 10 best chocolate. And from Elijah, raspberry Rhapsody chocolate, sweet, tangy, and totally irresistible. So these two customers have picked one of our best recommendation chocolates. Now, I bet you guys are wondering what our social media are. So our Instagram is @tripledelicious and our TikTok is @tripledelicious5. So what are you waiting for? 5 fastest buyer can get a 10% discount for free. And if this is your first purchase, you can get another 5% discount. So come on and buy now. Thank you very much.
I can say that you have a great marketing skill. And now, it's time for us to welcome our judge for the feedback. Please welcome Sir Aditya.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I have to say we're wearing matching outfit. Candice, we look like white chocolate. Okay, so we are two bars of white chocolate. First question, how dare you not like dark chocolate? Can you explain that?
To be honest, I think dark chocolate is better.
That's the best thing about dark chocolate. And I think adults will agree when we were kids, we love sweet, chocolate, but as you get older, you feel like, okay, dark chocolate is better, yes.
Life is sweeter.
That's the best thing about chocolate. It feels like sweet. The bittersweet of the chocolate reminds you of the life you're going through, right? Yeah, we love dark chocolate, and I'm so happy that actually you sold one of those. You stood on the stage beautifully with this outfit, with the bow. Everything looks just perfect. Again, you represent like came to the stage as a bar of white chocolate, which is very interesting. The topic about chocolate is very relatable. Everybody in this room love chocolate, from kids to grandmas, grandpas. Everybody love chocolate. I really like your voice has this storytelling quality. You know what I mean? Are you a storyteller? Oh, you should try that because you have this storytelling quality. We want to listen to your story. So your skills and the perfect topic, it was as good as a dark chocolate. Really good. And it was very informative. I just have one feedback. So your slide, the photos of the products were really interesting. I know it's not your real products, but it was a really good choice of photos. But the rest of the slides were a little out of place. I could not see the chocolate theme or the company theme. It doesn't have to be chocolate theme, but it could be your company theme. It was just a little nice presentation, nice slides, but it has nothing to do with the products you're selling. So one tiny thing you can improve is that. I think that's all, Miss. We still have 30 seconds. Do you want to say something?
Sure, thank you, Sadi. Candice, I always love how well you are presenting yourself on the stage. I think the way you dress and the way you look has already become a good presentation itself, right? Becoming a speaker, we should look our best, and you really did that. And also, this topic is very close to heart as how chocolate gained me 5 kilograms in the past teenage years. But actually, what I can add for your performance is the slide. There's a lot of typo in the slide. And also, if you can, when you present, like example, the price page, make sure it's aligned and tidy. Right? When you want a discount, put a cross on the original price. Like people will notice the difference between the cross and the new price of promotion. Yeah, try to do that a little bit touch and a little bit detail. It will make it better. Okay, but good job today. Candice, can you give applause for Candice?
Thank you, Sir Aditya and Ms. Cecilia, for your feedback. I believe it's so well received. And Candice, trace it and remember to speak.
That was easy.
And now it's 1 minute of silence. So our dear trainees and parents, you may fill out the feedback form so our speaker could include you down
Our next speaker is someone who is from the cast of Spielberg. Let us welcome Jolene Felicia Wong. Jolene Felicia Wong, the next sleeping max. The next sleeping max, Jolene Felicia Wong. The time limit is 8 until 10 minutes. Your time limit is 8 until 10 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Everyone wants a clear skin, but how could we achieve it? Today, I would like to introduce to you 3 products, which is Laneige Sleeping Mask. So first, Laneige Sleeping Mask is a product originally from Seoul, Korea, which is founded by a more Pacific company, and this Laneige company wanted to make all people in this world has a clear skin like a snow, which refers to Laneige. Also, this product can be used by women and also by men. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to my speech if you want a clear skin. First, that I would like to introduce is water sleeping mask. This water sleeping mask is provided for people who have oily acne prone skin, dry skin, and also dull skin. So how could you guys know which type is your skin? First, oily acne prone skin. If you woke up in the morning and you feel that your T-zone are oily, that means that you have a oily skin. And acne prone skin, you can see it from your face, which you got often acne or no. The second one and the third one is dull skin. You can feel that you have a dull skin if you see your face in the mirror and you look like your face are not fresh for the whole day. That means you have a dull skin. And this product has a very watery texture that won't gonna disturb your sleep at all. So, in this product, it's used by me. So I'll share you my personal story about this product. I've used this for 2 months and I feel many difference that this product made to my face. Which my excess oil is reduced and also my acne is reduced. And actually I have a quite dull skin. But after I use this sleeping mask, I feel that my skin can stay fresh for the whole day after I use this product. And this product has a bigger size among all of these 3 products because this product is the most popular one among all. And nowadays in Korea and all around the world, influencers are talking about this product. Because how good this product it is. Next is the bouncy and firm sleeping mask. This bouncy and firm sleeping mask is used for you guys who wanted to anti-aging, more bouncy skin, and also fresh skin. This product is recommended for 30 age above for parents, for teachers, or for grandparents. So everyone 20 years above can use this. So like the name anti-aging, you can use these products to reduce your wrinkles and also your lines. For a more realistic testimony, you can look at my mom there with the blue shirt. She has no wrinkles or lines on her face. Don't be shy. Okay, she has no wrinkles or lines on her face because she often uses this product. And when she uses this product, she don't use it every night because sleeping mask, we can't use it all night. We only can use it for twice until 3 times a week. If you use it oftenly, like every night, you will feel that your skin are so dry. The third one is the Cica sleeping mask. This Cica sleeping mask is suitable for people who have sensitive skin, redness, and also dry skin. So you can know that you have a sensitive skin if whenever you use a product like makeup or skincare, you feel that your face will be so hurt or even your face become redness. And the second one is the redness. So you can feel that you have the redness when there is red spot on your face. The third one is dry skin. You can know that you have a dry skin when your skin is peeling and every time you use makeups, the makeups won't stick to your face. This Cica sleeping mask has a more creamy texture, but it is not heavy at all. So when you apply it, it still feels the same as the water sleeping mask. So it still feels very light. This product is used by me, and I'll share my story about this product to all of you. So me myself, I often got redness on my face, and I've used this for once a week, and I use the water one for once a week. And I see the difference of my face after I wash my face in the morning, and I look at my face in the mirror. I feel that my face has reduced from the very red to like not too red, and it needs consistency to make your face look pretty and clean. So before I go to the next session, I would like to ask if anyone wants to volunteer to come up to the stage and try the consistency of this Laneige that makes you interested the most. Anyone want to volunteer? Please raise up your hand. Please. Anyone? The MC one?
Yeah.
Come on. What? Lafia? Okay, so which product do you interest the most? The water one, Cica, or you have an oily face, so I think you're suitable for the water one. So as I said just now, the water sleeping mask has a more light texture than the other one. Can you try the texture, please? Can you try it again? What do you feel of the product? Is it light or is it heavy? It's light. So this product is very light that everyone knows that Laneige always make the best product for us. Thank you. And go back to your seat. So this product, I will sell it for 500,000 if you buy for 3. And if you buy this product for only each of them, you will purchase it for 200,000, which is more affordable if you buy it for 3, which is 500,000. Like you save 100,000. Okay, and if you feel that you only need 1, I don't need 3 for my face, right? You can share it to your friends or maybe your families, right? You can give them a try about this Laneige sleeping mask. This is very worth it, and I promise you that if once you buy this, you will always wait for the other time that you can purchase this product again. This is me before and after using this product. Look at my face before. So many redness and so many pimples here. And after I use this product, look at my face now. There is no redness and no pimples here. So this is what Laneige changed to my face. It is very worth it to try. It is very worth it to buy. If you want to buy these products from me, you can contact me at my Instagram @isbjolene, or you can meet me directly after this Real Stage meeting has done. So remember that beauty requires consistent, not a miracle. My name is Jolene Felicia Wong, your beauty influencer, and signing out. Thank you.
Thank you, Jolene. It's really expensive, but it is really functional. So now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let's welcome Miss Cecilia.
Okay, thank you, MC. Jolene, you actually I followed this project before, right? When you bring this and when you try to start it in class, which actually you already comment a lot of feedback through that, like example using before and after compare picture, right? I think this point really sells because in beauty we don't want promise, we want impact and real results, and you can deliver that through the image. Right? I love how simplified your slide is now, how big the picture are, and how you bring all your Laneige products on the stage and you put it on the table. So not like previously you hold it in your hand, right? Some additional tips for you. I think it will be much more lovely if the product is aligned on the stage before you go to the stage. So the product is there already. Okay? You can ask who? You can ask the help of the miss here. You can ask the help of the MC, right? They can help you set it out. Then you can go to the stage and start explaining the product. I think that will make it more professional. Another point is when you try to interact with audience or when you try to move on to the next topic, try to avoid disclaiming. Like, okay, so next I'll share my story with you, right? Or I would like to ask all of you next part, but before that, try to avoid disclaiming it. Just directly share your story. Directly ask the question. Okay? And that will help the audience to be more engaged instead of what just like Sir Adit said, using the filler words to fill in the parts where actually it's oblivious. Right? And also, when you ask the audience on the stage in the future, always equip them with microphone. Why? The purpose of you asking audience to try a product is to make sure the response is good, right? And that is the selling part. And you want all the audience to listen to it. So make sure you equip it with microphone. Yeah. If there's no microphone given, you can ask. Okay, Tim, can you give me microphone? Please answer. Can you give me microphone? Then we will give it to you. Yeah. And the last but not least, I give a lot of constructive feedback because the good feedback already been given in class, right? I think you will move more comfortable if you have a longer shirt here. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, because the crop top is happening now, we understand that, and I love your blazer. It looks so good, but on the stage, we want to move around, right? We want to make ourselves look bigger because that is the sign of confidence, right? Big movement. I think you can achieve that if you dress more comfortably next time. Yeah. Sir, you want to add something?
Very short. So 3 things I wrote down. Your performance was demonstrative, interactive, and convincing. Can we give her a big round of applause? Thank you. It was really, really good. You look like a lady boss CEO of future, I don't know, like skincare company. Again, don't forget your trainer. She might need that in 10 years, right? Just one thing, there's always room for improvement, right? For me, it was, I can say perfect. If the word perfect exists, it was the perfect selling performance. It was really good. It was very convincing. You know what you are selling. You have your personal experience shared to the audience, and the slide was aesthetically pleasing. If that's what you're trying to do, one thing to boost your performance, you could actually be like a salesperson. You can get off the stage and walk to the audience and let them try the product actually. So when you walk to the audience, it's gonna look like you are really a salesperson. You're trying to make a sale there. And that's it. Just one little thing. Overall, it was perfect. And great job, Jolene. Give applause for Jolene.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sylvia and Sir Aditya. I believe the message is also well received. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence, but before that, so this may ring the bell.
That was easy.
So, let's have 1 minute of silence so that our dear parents and trainees could fill out the feedback form so the speaker could improve more.
Firework.
Okay.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Atlanta. Please welcome Sakina Alima Regule Haraha. Sakina Alima Regule Haraha. Literasi. Literasi. Sakina Alima Regule Haraha. Your time limit is 1 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck. Look at this paper. Of course, we know this is a lab. And of course, everyone has their own definition about lab. But have you ever heard? Literacy is like a lamp on a dark road. If we walk on a dark road without a lamp, we will definitely get stumbled and walk in wrong direction. That's why we need a lamp to be able to choose the right direction. That's what literacy is like in our life. Without it, we will be easily get manipulated and will believe in wrong and misleading news. But with literacy, we can understand the incoming information well and will not be fooled by any. So from that, what if literacy becomes an obligation, not a necessity? So today we gather to reflect literacy in our life. Literacy should be our basic needs, not just an obligation for schoolwork, work, or just to fulfill academic demands that feel burdensome.
However, in reality, many of us still see literacy as something that we have to do, not something that we want to do. And literacy is not about reading sentence by sentence, but about opening the window of the world, understanding various perspectives, and enriching insight. When literacy becomes a necessity, we actively seek the knowledge, more information, and continue to learn and the throwback out. On the other hand, if literacy is only considered an obligation, then literacy will feel boring and will not provide maximum benefits. Furthermore, UNESCO reports that globally, 763 million adults still lack digital literacy. In this digital era, literacy is not only limited to the ability to read and write, but also includes the ability to sources. Meanwhile, based data from Central Statistic Agency, the literacy in Indonesia in 2025 will reach 96.7%. It's really good. But that means 3.3% or around 9.5 million people are still illiterate. They show even though that we have to more progress, we still need to continue to ensure that every individual has a good understanding of literacy. So how do we improve our literacy? Someone will say it will be boring, and I will say, of course no. Because I use and I have three techniques that will be more fun to do it. I call it RLC technique. So what is that? Let's go. R is for reading, F is for payment, and C is for combination. The first one, reading challenge technique. This technique is setting by reading target with a certain of time, so that someone will be motivated to read consistently. For example, once I ever bought a book that really challenged myself to read one day, one page. More precisely, one book, 1 year. It seems so long, but I really enjoy it because I feel like, oh no, this book will challenge myself, so I'll do it every day. So this technique teaches you to more motivate to read consistently every day. The next one is payment technique. This technique comes from Richard Feynman that he ever said, if you can explain something simply, it means you really understand it. For example, at my school, I have a friend who likes listening but don't like reading. So every time I finish my book, I always explain about the book, but with my own sentence and easy word to understand. So this technique teaches you to explain again to others. And then the last one is combination technique with a movie. Combining literacy with a movie is an effective way because we can understand the concept and the story more deeply. For example, there's anyone in here read Harry Potter book?
Yes.
Okay, when you read Harry Potter book, after that you can watch the movie of Harry Potter. So this technique can help you to more understand about the scenes better. And you can compare the book version to the movie version. What's the best one? And what's the difference from both of them? So, in the conclusion, let's change our perspective about literacy. Make literacy an inseparable everyday life, not just an obligation that we have to follow. And don't forget to use three techniques that I have explained, namely RLC technique. I'm sure with that we can improve our literacy skill and we can build a society that's smart, more critical, and ready to face the challenge of the future. I'm Sakina. Thank you.
Thank you for your useful tricks, and it's very useful for all of us. Thank you very much. And now is the time for the feedback section. So please welcome Sir Aditya.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. It's also applause for Sakina. And literacy is like a lamp. That's how you studied your speech, right? There are a few things I want to tell you. First, I really love your hand gestures. You decided to use microphone. Usually, with microphone on one hand, you only have one free hand. Most trainees will find it very difficult to have natural and proper hand gestures. But you were very professional. I think you are used to microphone. Is that correct? Yeah. Are you used to using microphone? Are you an MC?
Yes.
Right? Because you're very professional. You can move the microphone from your left hand to your right hand. You're using your left hand to make a point, and then you're using your right hand. It was very professional. It is really good. You don't always have to have clip on. Sometimes we don't always get to use clip on. And the way you're handling the microphone, it was again professional. It wasn't boring at all. I really like the information. I noted actually I wanted to know more of your stories of reading books. You actually mentioned a little bit, but we wanted more of you. How much you love reading books. How books can literally change your life from the darkness to the light. We wanted something like that. It was very informative. One thing to make you a better speaker, I saw you walking around the stage unplanned. Like you were just walking back and forth. I don't think there's meaning to it. So probably in the future you should really mind where you want to stand and walk on the stage. Okay. The last thing, I hope you could finish your speech by showing us the same photos of that land. You started with that. It was interesting. It caught the attention, but I love this 360 method. Yeah, you started with a lamp. You should end it with a lamp. You should think about the conclusion using the prompt. I think overall that's it. The best thing about you was your hand gesture. It was very professional.
Thank you. Let me add something. Yeah? Sakina, I still remember the first time you delivered your speech, right? Anyway, Sakina is a private student studying private apa-apa, sedang mau naik ke surgeon, dan dia berhasil menyelesaikan project private-nya dalam 2 bulan. Ya, tiga, ya. SMA 2 3 ya? SL1. Dan dia bertekad, katanya, Miss, I wanna be general, katanya ya. Jadi dia mengejar dengan mati-matian setiap minggu, Miss, I wanna be speaker, katanya ya. So, Sakina, I'm very proud of you. I still remember the first time you delivered your speech. Wow, you look so nervous, but look at you now. You look so professional with your outfit, the way you move, the important content of your speech, right? This kind of speech is what I enjoy. The speech that actually, at the end of the day, can move a generation. Like literacy is a big problem right now, right? People hate to read. Things, big words, something that's very tiring to read, right? But you try to bring this as an awareness. And that should be a purpose of a speaker. What we say should have a power, and at the end of the day, should have a positive impact. That's how we as a speaker can contribute to the society. And I love you trying to bring that with your topic of choice today. It shows how mature and how well you plan this and how well you want to deliver this, right? That's a very good point. I love the abbreviation, and also one additional tips, maybe two. Okay? The first one, after you use your props, which is your paper, I feel like there's a break point of the momentum when you fold it again and you put it in the program. Right? If I were you, I would just put it aside because it will not cost me at least 3 seconds to fold it back. Yeah? So be aware of that. That's a break of momentum. Yeah? And the other thing is how to hold our microphone. Which hand we want to use? Because I see that you're passing left to right and left to right. Right? My suggestion is to use your non-dominant hand. So I write using my right hand, I will hold it with my left hand. So I can move my right hand freely. right? So try to hold it with your non-dominant hand, then you have a much bigger hand gesture that you can use with your right hand. Yeah? But overall, very enjoyable. Thank you, Satin.
Thank you, Sir.
That was easy.
Thank you, Sir Aditya and Ms. Cecilia, for the feedback. I believe it is so well received. And now it's 1 minute of silence. So, our dear trainees and parents, you may fill out the feedback form so our speakers can improve even more.
Now let's welcome our moderator from the cast of Amber. Let's welcome Darren Gabriel Wisaya.
Have you ever been to a country and had no idea how to talk to the locals? Well, I personally ever been stuck once on a trip to France. It was really hard to communicate with the locals as I don't speak any French at all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, judges and parents, good morning and welcome. I am Lieutenant Colonel Darren, and I will be your moderator for today's session. Today we have a very special speaker. That he is the Sutomo 2023 Zhongwen Raoko League Beeside runner-up and the 2023 and 2024 English debate runner-up. He will be talking about why languages are really important to learn in the grade 2025. So, without further ado, let us welcome our speaker.
语言是人与人之间最美的桥梁。Language is the most beautiful bridge between people. We speak different tongues, but our heart wants the same thing: to connect, to understand, and to belong. Kashi no Bayashazi and no Bayashazi. Learning new language is a new life. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon Shah, and today I'm going to talk about language border. We often hear about borders between countries, cultures, or even classes. But there's one type of border that has suddenly shaped our life. It is called language border. Language border is not a physical fence nor a guarded checkpoint, but it is an invincible line that decides on who gets included and who gets left out. Language border has affected us in many ways, starting from business to educations, to healthcare and many other basic human interactions. Let's take an example from business. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that is connected more than ever. Companies are hiring across continents and reach more customers through global partnerships. Not only that, let us take another example from healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, try to imagine that you are sick in a hospital and you are unable to express or to explain your symptoms to your doctors because you just don't speak their languages. It is not called as borders anymore, it is called as to risk your own life. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only that, language border has also affected our communities. But we think that language differences as our problem rather than as opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, raise up your hand if you think that language differences is a problem in our communities. Yes. Wow, it is a lot. And yeah, today I'm going to tell you that language differences is not our problem anymore, but it is our opportunities. If you want opportunities to grow yourself or opportunities to expand your knowledge, language differences is a key to it. To tackle language differences, we of course need to learn more language. And today I'm not encouraging everyone to learn the advanced word. If you want to learn advanced word, it is good. But just as simply as the basic words like thank you or sorry, and it is good to go. I'm going to support my reason by telling you a story. A few years ago, there was a man named Nico who just moved to London from Spain. He's very skillful, he's very smart, and he's very diligent. But big companies in London keep on rejecting his offer because of this one shocking reason. It is that his English level is not strong enough. Even though he can understand this job better than others, even though he can do even better than others, but still, language differences is a problem for him. But he never gave up. So one day in a nearby coffee shop, he encounters an old man who is struggling to buy a cup of coffee. Nico recognized this accent, Russian, and he speaks a little of Russian. So he helped this old man without knowing that this old man is a CEO of the largest company in Russia. After the old man received the coffee, he thanks Nico and he offered Nico one of the highest position in his company. Ladies and gentlemen, from this story, we can know that language differences is our opportunity. Or sometimes it can create us a miracle. Just a simple action, just a small action, learning just basic vocabularies from the language can create us miracles like the story that we listened just now. So, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that you are traveling to a new country and you can say there thank you can say hello, or even you can communicate with the locals. It will be very wonderful, and that's what learning basic languages work for. It can help you with a lot of things. It can help you to create more friends. It can help you to connect even more deeper, and even sometimes in your trip, it can go smoothly and it can be easier. Once a Chinese proverb ever said, to learn new language is to open up more windows from which to see the world. So ladies and gentlemen, why just settle down for just one windows if we can open many other more? Whether it's thank you, whether it's yes, whether it's gracias, or whether it's arigato, remember to say it with heart, say it with effort, and say it with the belief of language can never divide us. My name is Konal Banja, and thank you.
Wow, Brandon, what an amazing speech that. Wow, Brandon, what an amazing speech just now. I am even more motivated to learn some French myself.
Wow.
So, I am super excited to ask you a few questions. But before that, why not we ask the audience if they have any questions to give to you? So,
Okay.
does anybody have any questions about Brandon's speech? Yes, man in the white shirt there. Can you please state your name and question, please?
My name is Jian.
Okay, Jian. So, what is your question?
My question is, what's the easiest language to learn?
Okay, so Brandon, Jian said that he wants to know what languages that he should learn, and that is very easy.
The easiest language that you need to learn. Right, thank you. And in my opinion, the easiest language to learn is English because all of us in the room here can speak in English very well. But then, if you are going to build your career or if you are going to create a business, you need to speak with, when you are going to cooperate with other companies, you need to speak in a very advanced language. And sometimes we don't speak in a very advanced language. Like me, sometimes I can like speak in mixed languages. But then if you're going to cooperate with others, you need to have a very advanced language and very high level of English. So yeah, if you wanna learn new language, maybe you can just level up your English level first, then you can learn other new language. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Brandon. So, Jian, your answer has been answered by Brandon. So, he says that you should find a language that can be understood by lots of people. But first, level up your English, and then you can find another language to explore.
If you wanna learn a new language, maybe Chinese is a good choice for you.
Okay, so with that done, does anybody else have any questions?
I do have a question here.
Okay, sir, can you please state your question?
Okay, so my question, what do you think is the best way to learn a new language outside of school or tuition? Because I'm just too lazy to study.
Okay, thank you, Sir Adit. So, Brandon, sir wants to ask you what languages to learn because he is a very lazy person.
I said too lazy to study. I'm not a lazy person.
Alright, in my opinion, there's two ways to learn new languages. First is, of course, if us as a kid, we love a lot to play some games, right? So then we can create like a flashcard, or maybe we can install an application named Duolingo, and it is like just playing a game. So you can understand and you can even know it better. Second one is to ask somebody who is very who speak in this language very well. Example, I ask my teacher, Chinese teacher, or my auntie who can speak Chinese really well, and yeah, we communicate with each other using the Chinese language, and it can help you to learn more vocabularies that is the language that you're going to learn. So yeah, first is play games, or you can just create a game. Second is to find somebody who is very who can speak the language well. So that is also an idea. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. So, Sir Aditya, to tackle your laziness in learning a new language, you should maybe learn it using Duolingo, or maybe ask any friends maybe that you have to teach you the language. Okay, so without any more questions from the audience, let me ask you a few questions myself.
Yes.
So first question is that what languages do you think is very important to learn
Right.
right now?
Right now, in the grade 2025, the most important language to learn and the most effective language to learn if you're going to create your own company is Chinese. Because China now is growing gradually, and if you master this Chinese language, you can maybe if you're going to import some items from China, you can just talk with them and cooperate with them, and you don't need like any translator or any application that translate your words. So you can just talk. Maybe you can call it smooth. You can call with them smoothly, and yeah, China now is, as I said just now, is growing gradually. And if you are going to open a business, maybe going to China to import some stuff is the best idea. And of course, if you want to import some stuff from China, you need to learn their own language. And that's why Chinese language is the most important language to learn in the grade 2025.
Okay, thank you very much, Brandon. So Brandon said that Chinese is really important to learn in grade 2025. It's for many reasons, because China is a growing country with 1 billion people, so many people speak it around the world. And to learn it, it makes you more easier to call people in Chinese and get many stuff to be important for your business.
Yes.
So yeah, with that, I think that is the end for our moderating session for today, Brendan. So do you have any last messages you would like to give the audience?
Yes. Learning new language is important skill nowadays, because the more language you master, the more language you can speak fluently, the closer the success will be. For example, if you are going for educational, if you are going to China, you need to speak their language. If you are going to France, you need to speak French, and that's why learning new language and to extend your knowledge and to extend your language capability is important nowadays.
Okay, thank you very much, Brendan, for those words. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our session. I am Lieutenant Colonel Adair Gabriel Wijaya.
And I am Colonel Brandon Chan.
And thank you very much for your wonderful questions and attention. So with that, I would like to say gracias.
See you in the next real stage. 再见.
And of course, au revoir.
Thank you for the moderating, Darren. I believe everyone really enjoyed your session. Now let's have one of our judges here to give feedback to both of them. Let's welcome Sir Aditya.
Well, thank you very much. Do you two know each other before this?
Yes, sir.
Yes and no.
I didn't know you were this funny. So, again, do you know each other before this?
No.
Well, it doesn't really matter, because we are so proud to see you on the stage, one as a speaker, one as moderator. I can say both of you did an amazing job. I have so much more positive notes than the room for improvement thing. So first of all, I'm gonna go with Brandon. Okay, your presentation skill is off the chart. I think it's one of the best I've seen of my trainees, probably because how many languages do you speak?
For now, I just speak 3 languages.
Yeah, 3, 4, probably 5 languages, and it shows that you really, I don't know, love talking about languages. I'm not really sure, but it shows, and everybody was paying attention to you because you look like you know what you're trying to say. Your hand gestures were amazing. Your facial expressions, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's serious, but it was all on point. And I thought you could only handle prepared presentation, but during the Q&A, you killed it as well, because you can answer impromptu question without any hesitation. And the only feedback for you is to interact and acknowledge the moderator more. As a speaker, of course, you're the guest on the stage, but you also have moderator as your partner. So you can ask him questions too. You can ask him what's his opinion on certain things as a way to chit chat. Now I'm going to Darren. First of all, you are a great presenter. You are a great moderator. We've seen you doing this job professionally. Do you get paid doing that? No? Well, someday you will get paid doing that. We really like the way he clarified and sum up the questions and answers. One feedback for you is it's not really that serious, really, but I think it's okay for you to have a cue card as a moderator. You don't have to memorize all the things, even how you introduce the speaker. You don't have to memorize all his achievements. You could have that prepared on your cue card. And for the Q&A, you could actually, I know you're very smart, so you remember the questions you want to ask, but in real life, we will have to note down the questions you want to ask. To make it more professional, you should have a note and a pen as a moderator for the questions to be asked to the speaker. And one last thing, to make it more interactive, you could go to the audience and actually ask Gian or other participant to ask the question to the speaker. That's it. Overall, it was a really nice show. It looks like a show. It was really good.
I love to listen to talks, right? And I've seen a lot of professionals doing their talks. And you guys are better rather than some of them. But today, you did a very well job. Not only the moderator very well, but the speaker as well. I love how young professional both of you look, see? The outfit, the style, the cool and the chill, right? I love all the vibes of it. For Darren, you grow a lot. Ooh, that's amazing. You look so mature now. I still remember last time you have possibly I know the speech makes you look and you do perform as a professional handling a wrong summarization again. Remember, so I just so lazy, yeah? There's a not good branding. But I love that. Sorry, sir, a pleasure. Right? I think it's very soft and natural on your way. And I love how you prepare a very nice question like, what is the most important language? Because that's the essence for the whole of it, right? Good job on that. And what I can add from you, remember from the audience, I will give a chance for you guys to ask questions. So you're building the moment and make the question special instead of daring to go to the question itself, right? Which you actually did at the end when you summarize again and you give the speaker to give last message. It's the same technique, but you put it for before the questions. Okay? So good job, Darren. Really love your growth. I can ask you to become future MC and moderator. I trust you can do it. Yeah. And Brandon, good transition to the topic. Love how you handle the technical issue, right? It doesn't look like technical issue. You make it very smooth. And also, what my favorite part of your speech is how you raise up the urgency of the context of this speech. So language border is not only about how you can speak to others, not how well you can connect to others, but imagine if you have medical emergency. That point of scenario build the urgency of this topic up to the roof, right? That is, I think, the most selling part of your speech today. Some feedback is there's a lot of mini pause and started. I think it's fine. It shows that you are a natural speaker. And I would like to see the future because you bring this speech in a very mature and adult standpoint, right? I feel like you miss out the teenager standpoint of you. Right? This is like listening to 20, 30 years old speaker. Okay? I want you to really talk to your friends who is teenagers, who is young child, right? How this can benefit to them and why it's actually important for them to learn this early. Because this is your age to bring that to them. Once you're adult, it's your chance to bring a lot of more adult topics, right? But related to the young audience as according to you. It's because you are very mature. Okay? But good job overall. I want to see your next real stage and your moderator out as well. Next real stage, yeah? Good job, guys. Give applause one more time to both of you. Back to you.
Thank you for Sir Aditya and also Miss Cecilia. I believe the message are so well received, especially for them. Now you can go back to your seat, but before that,
That was easy. That was easy.
now it's the time of 1 minute session. Or 1 minute of silence. So our dear parents and training to fill out the feedback form.
Can I take off my?
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Newman. Please welcome Jasmine Yanati.
Everyone, I want you all to take out your glasses and put on them. Or, if you have your phone, you can access to your camera and zoom it to my face. If you still have your filter on, you can turn it off first. What do you see here? Yes, a black thing lying under my eyes. Very pretty, yes? My friend told me that I suck at using eyeshadows because I misput them. It's supposed to be up here, but I messed it up, so I have to use tissue to wipe them, and I ended up like this. This is a permanent marker lying under my eyes. No matter how hard you try to wash this face, it will never go off. Trust me, this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. It also comes one set with your favorite little red beans, acne. When you don't get enough sleep, the first stage, you'll feel your eyes are a little bit smaller. They sometimes can turn red. Your vision, they are narrower. they are a bit blurry. You often yawn, you get headache, and you find it really hard to focus on your work and on your studies. On to the next stage when you are getting back of more and more sleep. Look, you were once very good at remembering things. You were very good at memorizing things. Look at you now. Because of lacking sleep, you are really good at forgetting things. This is what happened to us right now, especially the next day when you're in school. Your friend approached you and asked if you had prepared for that day's test, and you only replied with, "Wait, do we have test today?" This is what happened to us right now. Teens, especially, we are struggling with education. We are very afraid that we disgrace our parents because we get a really, really low scores. Let me give you a situation where our friend chatted us, they texted us that tomorrow there will be a test. But since you have just read their chat late at night because all you do is to keep on scrolling your phone for the whole day or doing something else. And finally, you have to spend your sleep time just for preparing tomorrow's test. Please do not do that. I really recommend you and suggest you to study that day before the test. You should sleep. You should go to sleep. You can study tomorrow. Study that day before the test. Well, let me ask you. Is it guaranteed that when you don't sleep instead, you study instead to get tomorrow's 100? Is it guaranteed that you will get 100 tomorrow? No. Is it guaranteed that you will get good score tomorrow? Also a no. But if you sleep, is it guaranteed that you will get 100 score tomorrow? No. But it is guaranteed that you will get a good score tomorrow. Look, when you don't sleep, you have weakened your own body, and I should say that is stupid because you get a higher rate of getting heart disease, stress, anxiety, depression, diabetes, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, and worst of all, cancer. Everyone doesn't want cancer. But what if we sleep? We are more energetic. We are more positive. We live longer life. We are healthier. Who doesn't want to live longer? We humans here, we all are humans. We all need sleep. Even non-humans, robots, they also need sleep. Just like us. When they run out of their batteries, they will be recharged. They also sleep, just like us. But I understand some of you here might not or cannot sleep that easily, cannot fall asleep that easily because some age factors and you are satisfied with it because now you are ready to sleep. No problem, thank me later. So now everyone, I would like to once ask again. What should you do once I've done this speech? Very good. Go sleep, have a break, take a rest, sweet dreams, and go to sleep. Thank you very much.
Jasmine, as a first, I should thank you for reminding me to sleep and also for the outcome it has to do. And now it's the time for the feedback session. So please welcome Miss Cecilia.
Jasmine.
Yes, miss.
I love the demonstrative fun opening, right? It was very unique. It was very engaging. Like you ask your audience to do something with you. You ask them to look something wrong with your face. Like at the first time, there's anything or pitch creatively, right? If I can add one more thing for the opening, I would love it more if you can do it as instructional step by step. Okay, when you ask the audience, okay, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, do you have your phone? Can you raise your phone? Now, can you open your front camera? Okay, now turn it to back camera, face it to my face, zoom it, come on. Now you have one goal. Find what's wrong with my face. You give like 3 to 5 seconds, and then you continue. Anyone find anything wrong? Right? Maybe they will get something different, and you can make jokes of it, and then continue. You know what's wrong? It's my eyeshadow. Natural eyeshadow is that. Yeah? So going through it instructionally, step by step, will make the whole engagement more meaningful and impactful. Okay? But overall, I love your speech, especially how you are not only pointing out, like, this is why you sleep, and you should go to sleep. But you also acknowledge when people have difficulties to sleep, what should you do to them? Yeah? The point of transition, instead of, I will give you 3 tips to be easier sleeping, you acknowledge people that cannot sleep, have insomnia and other things, it will help to build credibility of your speech. But on the contrary, I think using Google as a source of credibility is not really point of credibility. You know, on Google, because there's a lot of misinformation in Google, right? So find more credible sources. Okay? Thank you. Just let's give one more applause for Jill.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia, for your feedback. I believe it is so well received. You can go back and please.
That was easy.
Okay, now it's 1 minute of silence. So our dear parents and trainees, you may fill out the feedback form so that our speaker could improve even more.
From the class of Billman. Let us welcome Justin Maxwell. Justin Maxwell, Justin Maxwell. The time limit is 5 minutes. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Imagine yourself lying in bed and thinking, should I go to school or should I become a professional runner? I mean, professional sleeper. And then you decided to check your phone. That was the worst decision I ever. Like, oh my god, I'm late. Oh my god. And then you decided to wear your undress, your clothes that are so messy, and then you run to school like Usain Bolt, like a famous Olympian. But then you reach school. Instead of getting a medal, you get a free trip to the principal's office. So teenage problems, we all know that too well. If you haven't, you're gonna face it real soon. But parents always say teenage years are really the best years of your life. Oh really? It's the same years when my voice cracks in the middle of a presentation, my face is 90% acne, as is pretty obvious over here, and I need to solve for X like I'm a detective or something. If this is really the best years of our lives, I shall speak to the manager. Now let's talk about school. School is really tiring. It's like a full-time job. But instead of getting money, you get judged. And one of the worst part of schools is really team projects. You wanna know why? Even though teachers like to say, teamwork makes the dream work. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It only teaches me how to who to block after graduation. Because in every group there's 3 people. The overachiever, the one that leaves like a ghost, and the last but not least, the one that writes their name and calls it contribution. Hey, I even know someone who doesn't even write their name and still calls it, hey, I did something, alright? As in every team project, I'm gonna say this myself, I'm the one that does the most things, the overachiever. And then when I see my teammates, I think like, these people not do anything one lah. Why like this one? And then let's talk about math. Like, why math is gonna be so complicated? We need to learn about sin cosine. We need to learn about calculus. If a teacher asks me what is the cosine of 30 degrees, I wanna call the police. Then this sounds like a crime. And then why don't they teach us more important stuff like how to do taxes or how to pay rent without crying? Like those are useful things, especially during adulthood. But no. Let's talk more about trigonometry, and that might help me when I buy groceries. Am I right? And then now let's talk about rules. Rules are important. Yes, I know. There's some rules that are sensible, like do not burn the house on fire, or don't take drugs. Those I can understand. But there's just some rules that are there just to make my life way harder. Like, why do I need to ask permission for everything, man? Can I go to the toilet? Can I watch TV? Can I breathe? And at this point, I might as well sign a contract for me to even stay alive. And there are contradictions. Parents really, really love to say, hey, you should be independent. But you cannot make your own decisions. And then they like to say, you need to speak up. You cannot be so very lonely, cannot do anything one, but you cannot talk that one. It's like the game of Simon Says, but the Simon Says is like the ama and the pasar malam. Okay, let's play Simon Says right now. You guys know how to play Simon Says?
Yeah.
Alright, let's come on guys. Everyone?
Wow.
Okay, Simon Says, touch your head. Yeah, Simon Says, touch your face. Simon Says, oh no, never mind. Simon Says, touch your shoulders. No. Never mind. Simon Says, touch your hands. Simon Says, touch your feet, and so on and so forth. Okay, thank you guys. You may now sit back down. You get my point, right? It's really difficult. Now, last but not least, let's talk about social media. Social media is a mess on its own. I feel like at least 5 people over here is watching social media right now. Is that true? Yeah. And then it makes having friends really hard. Back then, when you don't remember a friend's birthday, you are considered as a bad friend, a disgrace. But now if you don't post a dramatic story
with your friends and then hang out with all of those filters and act like a really overused but popular song, you might as well commit. You might as well start World War III, right? And then in every time we go hang out, right, there's always this one girl that say, hey, let's take 300 pictures lah. And then every time we need to take picture, we need to take different poses. Sometimes like this, sometimes like this, sometimes like this, also whatever. And then in all that picture, I look terrible. There's only one picture where I don't look like a confused potato. But that guy, that girl always said, let's not use this picture. Let's use this picture where I look very terrible, but she looks okay. Wow. Thank you very much, Olivia. You ruined my dignity only for 20 likes. Wow, very useful, very productive. Teenage problems are something we face too. Teenagers are like playing a game on extreme mode. But it's okay, we can laugh through it and experience it. You know, we still don't need to go to work yet, right?
Yeah.
Alright, that is it for my joke. If you don't laugh, I assume you are a teacher, a parent, or someone still trying to solve our acts. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, Justin. I believe everyone enjoyed your jokes, everyone laughed. And now is the time for the judge to give feedback. Let's welcome Sir Aditya.
Whoa. Thank you, Justin. But I think we're running out of time. We don't have to evaluate you, right? You agree? We don't have to evaluate you. So, first of all, I want to say that your opening was really engaging because you made us use our imaginations. We pictured how your morning is like every single morning. So, it was a really good opening. As the older people, the adults here, you brought us back to our teenage years, to our high school years. Even though it sounded like it was a bad experience for you, but for us here, the old people, it's beautiful, right? It's like we want to go back to those years. So it's really good that you find jokes in, that experience in life with your team project with your friends. So if I can sum it up, it was like a churhat session, right? And it was really good. 2 words for you, honest and relatable. I love every minute of it. Now, I have 2 things for you to improve. You are a hilarious person. I don't know, in real life, are you this hilarious or not? Are you this funny or not? But on stage, you were very hilarious. You need to mind your comedic timing. There are, let's say, 20 jokes, and everybody wanted to laugh, but you kept on going. You didn't give us time to laugh at your joke. So after every single joke, you should give us 3 to 5 minutes to laugh, if it's funny. If it's not funny, then you can keep going. And the last thing, you walk around the stage a little bit unplanned. Okay, for the next project, you need to plan where do you want to stage. Okay, you can start, left, middle, right. You can be in the middle, back and forth, up to you. But I want you to plan that. Overall, it was a really, really nice performance, and this is the only stand-up comedian we have today. You close our session tonight.
Thank you very much, Aditya. I totally agree with you. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence so that our dear parents and trainees could fill out the feedback form so that the speaker could improve more. That is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling now that the real stage is finally over? Really? Does you feel nervous?
No.
Okay, but no matter what, you all have given your best. So can I have one big applause for our wonderful speakers today?
So congratulations to all participants of Research 40. Now before we call up all of the participants to come up to the stage and receive their pin and certificate, we would like to invite Miss Sophia to announce some special promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Sophia to the stage.
Halo, selamat siang Bapak dan Mama dan Teri semuanya. Perkenalkan, saya Miss Gita atau biasa kalau di sosial media itu dengan Miss Sophia. Di sini saya berdiri memberikan informasi. Ada 3 informasi. Yang pertama, bahwasanya kita pada hari ini akan ada promo buku yang dimana untuk normal price-nya itu ada di harga 600.000, akan tetapi khusus di hari ini kita di 500.000 saja. Dan kita juga akan ada program yang bernama Scholarship Program yang dimana untuk program ini akan dilaksanakan pada hari Minggu 4 Mei 2025 dari jam 9 pagi sampai jam 5 sore yang bertempat di Esmomen Cemarangsri. Adapun untuk program ini yang pertama yang akan diajarkan adalah tentang fokus group discussion untuk overseas survival skills dan juga untuk English interview practice. Di samping itu kita juga akan mengajarkan bagaimana sih cara membuat motivation letter untuk kuliah di luar negeri. Untuk promonya itu di harga normal price itu kita di harga 2 juta, namun untuk khusus trainee SMA kita di harga 799 juta. Dan untuk informasi yang ketiga, bahwasanya kita akan melaksanakan future leader scan yang dimana ini adalah program yang akan kita laksanakan untuk kelas 1 sampai kelas 2 SD itu di tanggal 1 sampai tanggal 3 dari jam 9 sampai jam 12 siang, dimana kita akan melaksanakannya di 3 hari berturut. Dan untuk kelas 3 SD sampai 6 SD akan kita laksanakan di tanggal 3 sampai 4 Juli dari jam 9 pagi sampai jam 5 sore. Dan untuk SMP dan SMA akan kita laksanakan di tanggal 1 sampai 2 Juli dari jam 9 pagi sampai jam 5 sore. Dan akan bertempat di SMA Cemarangsri juga. Untuk price list-nya, untuk kalau di program kelas 1 sampai kelas 2 SD itu di normal price itu ada di harga 1.999.000, namun khusus untuk trainee SMA kita di harga 999.000 untuk 3 hari berturut. Dan juga untuk kalau di program kelas 3 SD sampai 3 SMA itu kita normal price di harga 3.499.000, namun khusus untuk trainee SMA kita di harga 1.799.000 selama 2 hari berturut. Dan kita juga ada promo paket bertiga untuk 3 grup untuk 5 grup pertama di harga 3.469 untuk 3 training. Sekian informasi dari saya. Terima kasih.
Tetangga.
Thank you, Ms. Sophia, for the announcement. Now, we would like to invite all the participants to come up to the stage. If your name is being called, please come up to the stage to receive your pin and certificate. Can I also discuss the
We have a newbie
Sergeant Delvin Ocean Sullivan.
It's a good quality.
Surgeon Nicole Carmen Chan.
Colonel Gian Lucero Donaldi.
Once again, sorry. 3, 2. Okay, well done. Okay. Good job.
Lieutenant Colonel Jafar Ali Haraha.
The colonel.
Colonel Jason Maxwell. Colonel Jason Maxwell.
Now let's invite Sir Abid to the stage. And Mrs. Cecilia to the stage. Colonel Candice Pinaki Wong.
Colonel Jolene Felicia Wong.
Surgeon Sakina Alima Begune Haraha.
Colonel Darren Gabriel Wijaya.
Lieutenant General Brandon Chang.
Lieutenant General Jasmine Yanati.
And the last one, Lieutenant General Justin Maxwell.
Thank you, sir.
We would like to once again congratulate and also thank to all of our trainees for your participation. Our judges who will start giving feedback and advice, or the parents as well. And thank you to our dear family and friends who have came here to support us, or maybe the one that watching from YouTube Live.
We truly appreciate every single moment of shine with you today, and we will always cherish it as one of our greatest memories. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Olivia.
And I'm Lieutenant Colonel Ashton. Thank you and see you in the next event.
We would like to invite all the participants and judges to come to the stage
As well.
Yes. Ini lagi masak. Okay. Yeah. Berdiri di bawah. Some of you down here. Yeah. Don't be standing.
Yeah.
I can't even go anywhere, man. Both of you, just go here, down here, yes. Now, lebih dekat, closer, badannya melek sedikit, mercy. Representing against you can be here. Kita di atas terus, boleh ya? One more time. And then video. Okay. You wanna raise up your okay, we'll do a video together. Someone will say SML1 and then we will answer it. Making you better you. And then we'll pause. Woo! Who can help me sing SML1? Who? Brandon? Delman? Ayo. Who? Delman. Jian singing. Okay, Jian is, yeah. Let's go. Wait. Practice first. SML1. Making you better you. Make it
As someone as someone
Ready,
Okay, good job. One more time. Okay. No wrinkles kan ya? Very seru nih. Bisa sih aku bilang. No wrinkles. Yes, that's good. Let's take picture together. Come on. Adit? Yeah.
Please remember these.
Suaranya kecil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One, two, three. One more time. One, two, three. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Always thank you. Except for the clip on. I find it very intriguing. Exactly.
Why are you lazy to learn a new language?
And then he said that it was the end of the clip on. It's a bit bitter. Because I actually tasted it. And then because Jason had it as well. Then I noticed that it should be here.
Actually, because usually in the class they don't use microphone, right? So they need to adjust to.
Very intriguing. Very intriguing. So can really hear the voice is a bit. Sir. Alright.
Okay, thank you. Harus dong. Satu, dua, tiga. One more time. One, two, three. Thank you. Bye. This is your brother. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. Certificate for certificate.
Iya. Oke, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, my name is
Okay, Because I'm still yes, it's also a special thing. I'm probably a bit unfair if we go to Indonesia, right, for the competition. So let's keep it in English. Right? Next week, Indonesia.
Hello everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much for doing this.
And see you in the next video.
So, okay, this is what I tried. Okay, if we get the experience, yeah, was very good. But then, I think something no, yeah, something maybe this thing is not just because no, it's testing.
What is that?
Different also, and then with him and different. Yeah.
Yes.
For the rest, this is good. Yeah, it was clear, but then interference not. Maybe the angle of the speakers, yeah. But then the literacy, I think using it's good. Then we can hear Lovia, we can hear Esther Green.
My name is
So pretty much, yeah. I don't know whether they change or is it the one?
So this is
the one.
But I
being here. I feel really lucky because I have just finished acting on the stage in front of someone. I feel that watching other participants is also very nice. Everyone did a really good job. They persuasive speech, stand-up comedies, and many more. So don't be afraid to join the real stage. My name is Jasmine, and thank you very much.
So there's a point here.
Except making you better, you know. What's your
Yeah, it should become the best.
I did a clip on that, but love two of your animation topics.
Thank you.
Some laughter, the laziness.
One more time. Okay, so next week will be the judge for afternoon session as well.
Oh my god, I think you could have.
Hi.
Hi, Alfred.
Okay. Oh, masih jadi. Ya apa ya? Atau perasaannya join business hari ini kita ya.
Perbedaan atau ada perbedaan sebelum
berarti dari dalamnya saya tadi setnya kira kesan dan kesannya dari hari ini perkembangan ya. Oke, kasih saya satu menit karena tadi saya prepare-nya untuk hari ini kesannya gimana, hari ini gimana, jadi hari ini kan oke,
apa yang perlu diperhatikan kalau saya tidak mohon maaf Pak, bisa geser. Sebentar ya Pak, mohon maaf.
Jadi pertanyaannya saya tadi
Pertama itu bagaimana bisa bikin Bapak sudah mengikuti
oh ya ini oke.
Sesudah sesudah beberapa semula persoalan adalah ini itu sudah itu semua
Oke. Jadi dua pertanyaan. Kami tanya dulu ya.
Menurut Bapak, bagaimana kira-kira pesanan-pesan sudah mengikuti hari ini Pak?
Hari ini adalah pertama kali saya ikut stage di Semarang. Jadi dibanding dengan sebelumnya saya ikut banyak kali di KPM, ruangan di sini sangat luas, kemudian terang, kemudian AC-nya, aircon-nya juga sangat nyaman ya. Jadi saya merasa sangat bagus ya presiden karena kerja selama di Semarang. Cuma tadi saya ada feedback sedikit di keumumannya, mungkin lain kali bisa lebih sebelum presiden mulai bisa di teks dulu sebelumnya. Kemudian saya sudah pernah gembira melihat beberapa speech dari Dafar dan juga mengingatkan kita untuk take time to travel, time spend together itu sangat indah sekali, sangat bagus. Kemudian Brandon Chang juga sangat mantap sekali dalam memaparkan pidatonya. Saat ada masalah teknis, malah si Brandon Chang bisa lebih tenang, bisa sangat tenang istilahnya menghadapi masalah itu. Ya, jadi overall ini sangat registration yang bagus. Saya sangat gembira melihat perkembangan dari anak-anak di SMA.
Kalau perkembangan dalam sejauh ini Pak, kira-kira sudah bagaimana Pak?
Oke, kalau perkembangan dalam sebenarnya terus terang orang tua yang lihat di tempat duduk kita lebih nervous ya, karena kita juga takut ya, kita juga takut apakah dalam bisa melakukan yang baik. Saya gembira sebelum ikut SMA dalamnya gimana ya, mungkin menyusun kajiannya kurang rapi ya. Jadi sekarang dia kemauan dia terlatih untuk mengekspresikan dirinya dengan lebih baik, menyusun pidato atau menyusun kerangka untuk pidatonya dengan lebih baik. Jadi itu yang saya lihat. Udah join kira-kira mungkin hampir 1 tahun untuk dari private ke sergeant. Jadi 8 project kita lihat tadi sambil mengutarakan isinya tentang exercise. Saya sangat gembira dan melihat perkembangan dalam kita mengikuti SMA1 tetap jaya, tetap mantap. SMA1 making you better you.
Terima kasih Pak.
Oh iya, I think I'm going to break lights here.
Iya Pak ya.
Iya. Ada tempat, ada kasih apa lagi buat.
Iya Pak, thank you Pak.
Oh, oke. Ini next week, tapi nyaman banget di sini. Kalau di gelap ya, lebih sempit. Ini tuh enak.
Mana ini?
Dua menit. Jadi kalau udah selesai, mungkin bisa setelah.
Bis kita pindah dulu ya. Yang aku mana?
Jadi ada
Yang
ada yang
enggak mesinnya kita. Ini biasanya kita.
Ya nggak apa-apa loh Miss Miss Moita, cuman pakai ini nggak perlu dihubungkan. Pakai yang putih aja. Pakai yang putih aja Miss
No more speech. They come to trouble. There is no way to get people. What we can remember is the spends together.
She was reminding. See, he's the only one that who can manage the group online because it's big. So the rest a bit not so big. Then the broken voice. They the one that is very more. But then of course,
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss. See you next week. Mercy.
Mari kita lihat ya.
kabel kan nggak bisa sampai.
Di bawah.
Thank you.